It has been called the sunshine vitamin. In the past decade, it has exploded in popularity, hailed as a miracle supplement for everything from boosting immunity and fighting depression to strengthening bones. I am talking about vitamin D. And it's true, vitamin D is absolutely critical for your health. But as a doctor, I have seen a deeply concerning trend. People are taking massive doses of this vitamin, believing that more is better. They are taking it in isolation, without understanding a fundamental biological law. And in doing so, they may not only be wasting their money, but they could be silently creating a dangerous imbalance in their bodies. Today, I am issuing a critical doctor's warning. We are going to reveal the one thing you must know before you take another dose of vitamin D. This is not to scare you away from this vital nutrient. It is to teach you how to use it safely and effectively, so you can unlock its profound benefits without creating unintended harm. First, let's be clear. Vitamin D is not really a vitamin. It is a pro-hormone. When it enters your body, it is converted into a powerful steroid hormone called calcitriol. This hormone affects the expression of over 1,000 genes in your body. It is a master switch that controls your immune system, your mood, your bone health, and so much more. Deficiency in vitamin D is linked to a higher risk of infections, autoimmune diseases, depression, and osteoporosis. So supplementation is often necessary, especially for those of us living modern, indoor lives. But here's the great mistake, the warning that is so often missed. The single biggest mistake people make is taking vitamin D by itself. Vitamin D does not work alone. It is not a lone wolf. It is the powerful captain of a team of nutrients that must work in synergy. Taking high-dose vitamin D without its essential co-pilots is like sending a powerful construction crew to a work site with a massive delivery of bricks, but without giving them a foreman to direct them, or the electricity to power their tools. The result is chaos, and that chaos can be dangerous. Today, we will meet the two most important, non-negotiable co-pilots that must accompany vitamin D. Co-pilot number 1. Vitamin K2. The calcium traffic cop. This is the most critical piece of information in this entire discussion. One of vitamin D's primary and most powerful jobs is to massively increase the absorption of calcium from your gut into your bloodstream. If your vitamin D levels are low, you can't absorb calcium properly. But when you take high doses of vitamin D, your blood calcium levels can rise significantly. Now here is the million-dollar question. Once that calcium is in your blood, where does it go? Vitamin D has no ability to direct it. Your body needs another nutrient to act as a traffic cop, telling the calcium where to go. That traffic cop is vitamin K2. Vitamin K2 activates two critical proteins in your body. The first protein is called osteocalcin. When activated by K2, osteocalcin pulls calcium out of the bloodstream and deposits it into your bones and teeth, making them strong and dense. This is exactly where we want the calcium to go. The second protein is called matrix GLA protein, or MGP. When activated by K2, MGP patrols your soft tissues, particularly your blood vessels. Its job is to find any misplaced calcium that is trying to deposit in your arteries, and it removes it. Now think about what happens when you take high-dose vitamin D without enough vitamin K2. You are absorbing a huge amount of calcium into your bloodstream. But the traffic cop is asleep on the job. The osteocalcin is not activated, so the calcium isn't being efficiently driven into your bones. And the matrix GLA protein is not activated, so it cannot prevent the calcium from depositing in your soft tissues. The result is a condition called hypercalcemia, or high blood calcium. This excess, undirected calcium ends up being deposited where it doesn't belong. It gets deposited in your arteries, leading to arterial calcification, or hardening of the arteries. It gets deposited in your heart valves, making them stiff. And it gets deposited in your kidneys, contributing to kidney stones. This is the great paradox. By taking vitamin D alone to improve your bone health, you could be inadvertently compromising your cardiovascular health. You are making your bones weaker and your arteries harder. This is why the synergy is non-negotiable. Vitamin D3 and vitamin K2 must always be taken together. Now for the second, equally important copilot. Copilot number 2, magnesium, the activation key. The vitamin D you get from the sun or from a supplement is not yet in its final active form. It's a storage form called cholecalciferol. To become the active hormone, calcitriol, it must go through 2 conversion steps, one in the liver and one in the kidneys. And here is the secret. Every single enzyme involved in this conversion process is magnesium dependent. Let me say that again. If you do not have sufficient magnesium in your body, you cannot properly activate the vitamin D you are taking. You can take 10,000 IUs of vitamin D, but if you are magnesium deficient, it will mostly just sit in your body in its storage form, unable to perform its hormonal duties. It's like putting high-octane fuel in a car with no spark plugs. But the problem is even worse than that. The very process of trying to convert vitamin D into its active form uses up magnesium. So if you are already borderline deficient in magnesium, as most of the population is, and you start taking high doses of vitamin D, you can rapidly deplete your remaining magnesium stores. This can trigger the very symptoms of magnesium deficiency. Suddenly, you might experience heart palpitations, anxiety, muscle cramps, eye twitching, or insomnia. Many people mistake these for side effects of vitamin D toxicity. In reality, they are often the symptoms of a severe, D3-induced magnesium deficiency. So you have a double whammy. Without magnesium, your vitamin D doesn't work. And taking vitamin D without magnesium can make your magnesium deficiency much worse. This is why magnesium is the second non-negotiable copilot for vitamin D. A brief mention of a third partner is also important. Vitamin A. Vitamins A, D, and K are all fat-soluble vitamins that work in a delicate balance. They often compete for the same receptors. An excess of one can create a functional deficiency of another. It's important to have adequate vitamin A from food sources like liver, eggs, and grass-fed butter to maintain this harmony. So now that you know the warning, what is the solution? Here is the doctor's protocol for safe and effective vitamin D supplementation. Step 1. Get tested. Don't guess. Test. Ask your doctor for a blood test to measure your 25-hydroxyvitamin D levels. This will tell you your starting point and help determine an appropriate dose. Step 2. Follow the golden ratio for D3 and K2. When you supplement with vitamin D3, you must always take it with vitamin K2. While dosages should be personalized, a general rule of thumb followed by many functional medicine doctors is, for every 5,000 to 10,000 IUs of vitamin D3, you should aim to take about 100 to 200 micrograms of vitamin K2. Specifically, look for the -7 Malawian kwacha's form of vitamin K2, as it is the most bioavailable and stays in your body the longest. Many high-quality supplements now come pre-formulated with both D3 and K2 in a proper ratio. Step 3. Don't forget your magnesium. Supplement with a well-absorbed form of magnesium every single day. As we've discussed before, forms like magnesium glycinate or malate are excellent choices. Most people benefit from taking their magnesium in the evening, as it promotes relaxation and sleep. A dose of 300 to 400 milligrams per day is a good starting point for most adults. Step 4. Remember the food first principle. Supplements are meant to supplement a healthy diet, not replace it. You can get vitamin D from fatty fish like salmon and from fortified foods. You can get vitamin K2 from fermented foods like natto and certain aged cheeses, as well as from organ meats and egg yolks. And you can get magnesium from dark leafy greens, pumpkin seeds, almonds, and avocados. Let's conclude with the final, clear message. Vitamin D is a life-changing nutrient, but it must be treated with respect. The doctor's warning is this: never take vitamin D as a lone wolf. It needs its team to work safely and effectively. Before you take your next dose, ensure that you are also getting adequate amounts of its 2 essential co-pilots: the calcium traffic cop, vitamin K2, and the activation key magnesium. By combining these three nutrients, D3, K2, and magnesium, you are creating a powerful synergy. You are ensuring that calcium goes into your bones, not your arteries. You are ensuring that the vitamin can be properly activated and used by your body, and you are protecting yourself from the potential dangers of an unbalanced approach. This is the true secret to unlocking the full, miraculous potential of the sunshine vitamin. If you found this information helpful and believe it can make a difference in someone's life, please support our channel. Your support helps us create more content like this. Please subscribe to the channel and leave a like on this video. Don't forget to activate the notification bell so you don't miss our next videos. And finally, share this video with more people. This is critical health information that everyone taking vitamin D needs to hear. Thank you for watching.